Hello everyone, this is week 8 day 2 and today you will have a chance to share your holiday decoration with the class. You can also share with us your pets dressed in Halloween costume or your favorite place to see Christmas lights. If you did not get a chance to share today, we will have another opportunity for you tomorrow on week 8 day 3 for you to share as well. Now, with that, today we are going to continue our climate exploration and then we are going to take a look at the graph and data that we did last time, and you will also have some time to work on the CER. First, climate exploration. Take a look at the world map in front of you. Which part do you think will have red or warm water, and which part do you think will have cold water? The part that you think will have warm water, you can label that with red. And the part that you think will have cold water, you can label it with blue. Why do you think some place will have warm water? And why do you think some place will have cold water? Next, this is a yes or no question. Do you, based on what you did on the last picture, do you think ocean would affect weather or climate? Yes or no? Go ahead and select and answer choice. Do you think ocean has an effect on weather or climate? Yes or no? If you think yes, why do you think it has an effect on climate? If you think no, why do you think it does not have an effect on climate? Now next, right here is that do places with the same distance from the equator have the same climate? And this is the part that we saw last time. Right here we see the equator right here in the very middle. For us right here in the Bay Area, we are located 2,600 miles north of the equator. So if I go right and if I go 2,600 miles north, right here in Europe, would I have the same weather and climate as San Francisco Bay Area? What if I continue to go right and I go in the middle of Asia? Would I have the same climate as Bay Area? Or what if I go south? From the equator, go 2,600 miles south, would I have the same climate as the Bay Area? Think about it, and you can select either yes or you can select no. What do you think? Now, in the assignment that we looked at last time, we take a look at two places. The first place is Clifton in Ireland. In Clifton in Ireland, we can see that this location, from this location to the equator, and from Bouvet Island to the equator, they are approximately the same distance. Okay, from the equator going down south and the equator going up north. Let's revisit the data that we got last time. Take a look whether this data is the same as what you got. We have the maximum temperature for Bouvet Island, the minimum temperature for Bouvet Island, maximum temperature for Clifton, and the minimum temperature for Clifton. If you need some more time to double check your work, make sure to pause the video and double check your work. Now, let's take a look at the graph. Again, you can see that we have 4 lines right here. The red dots right here represent the maximum average temperature for Bouvet Island from January to December. The green line right here represents the minimum temperature for Bouvet Island. The blue line represents the maximum temperature for Cleveland, and the orange line right here represents the minimum temperature for Cleveland. Take a look at this. Double check your work. Again, if you need more time to double check your work, feel free to pause the video. Now with that, let's go back to our peer deck right here. What is something that you observe based on this data? In other words, what do you see that is something that is similar between Brevard Island, right here, Brevard Island and Cleveland, Ireland? What is some things that are similar between Brevard Island and Cleveland, Ireland? Second question, what do you see that is something that is different between Brevard Island and Cleveland, Ireland? Take a look at this. That, let's go down and let's take a look at this assignment. In here on the left side, you will see a picture of the ocean currents, and on the right, you will see a reminder of how to complete our CER. Now remember, claim is a sentence to answer the question you investigate. For evidence, you want to make sure that you use numbers from your data table. For reasoning, this is why you're tying together claim and evidence. So let's take a look at the claim, evidence, and reasoning. Right here, the direction set, take a look at your graph on Brevard Island and Cleveland. Maximum and minimum temperature throughout the year. What pattern do you observe? Think back to our previous question. What do you see that was something similar between Cleveland and Brevard Island? What is something that you see that was different between Cleveland and Brevard Island? Then take a look at what ocean current are near the Brevard Island, represent in the red dots, and Cleveland represent in the blue dots. With that, how do you think the ocean currents affect climate of the landmass, meaning the climate of Cleveland and the climate of Brevard Island? Make sure to state your claim, evidence, and reasoning. And to get started with, we are going to do the claim together. For our claim, we're going to put this. The temperature of ocean currents affect the climate of the landmass. Right here, we're going to do the same claim. The temperature of ocean current affect the climate of a landmass. Now for evidence and reasoning, you are going to be thinking about how you're going to write this. A reminder, for your evidence, make sure to state your numbers from the data table. For reasoning, make sure to explain how the temperature of ocean current affect the climate of the landmass. You can also use the name of the currents on this picture above and what you learn about the water cycle to explain your answer. So with that, make sure today you are going to finish our week 8 CER. If you haven't finished your data and graph, make sure to go back in the video, pause the video to double check your data and graph, and then you can work and finish your CER. For those who finish early, you can double check whether you have any missing work. And afterward, you can also read our New Science World magazine. We will continue tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow.